Good evening, students. Today we are going to start our first experiment on the topic force and pressure. Let me discuss what we have to discuss in the experiment one. First, what is our aim? To visualize the atmospheric pressure. You know very well about the atmospheric pressure, how the atmospheric pressure exerts in our body also, as well as on the same the objects also, how it will be exerts. That one also we have to discuss today. As the same way, the visualize the liquid pressure of the atmospheric pressure as well as the liquid pressure and properties of liquid, and to visualize the weight. What is the weight? Weight is the product of mass and gravity. That one also we have to discuss, and to observe the non-contact force. Which are the non-contact force here? Like magnet, electrostatic force, gravitational force. Okay, here we are observing about non-contact force, magnetic force, as well as static force, electrostatic force, gravitational force. Okay, that force also we are going to discuss today in this topic. Okay, very first, for that purpose we require some material, and we already have that material. Bottle, water bottle, those filled with that liquid. This is the water bottle. We already have paper or scale for measurement purpose. One paper is there. Water inside the water already filled there. Balloon, that balloon is there. Okay, balloon, and we have to find the weight of the balloon. For measuring the weight, we have the weighing machine also. This is our weighing machine. Here, with the help of weighing machines, we are able to measure the weight. Okay, for weight, we require the gravity. That one also we are and finding, as well as with the help of the spring balance. This is our spring balance. Here, the readings are there, and with the help of the spring balance, if suppose we are adding some mass, we are finding some marks on that one. With the help of that, we are able to measure the weight. Okay, because the gravity, we are measuring the object here. On the gravity, it will be the weight. Okay, that one we have to discuss one by one now. Here, very first, about the atmospheric pressure. We have to discuss about the atmospheric pressures. The pressure exerted on us also, as well as because of the gravity. Here mentioned about the atmospheric pressures refers to the force exerted on the surface by the weight of the air. Weight of the airs avoids an essential that the pressures caused by the air columns pressing down and the given areas due to the gravity. Because of the gravity, the air pressure is compressing on the objects, also commonly called as the air pressure. That air pressure we have to discuss and measure using the barometer. Okay, that barometers how much atmospheric pressure, maximum, minimum, that one also. But here given the simple example, the instruments here, if you are finding there, the different areas are there. One person is there, that are the molecules of the air. The dots, if you are finding, this is the molecules of the air. Here the area is less, molecules also. Yes, if you are finding here the area, there we are finding the maximum air molecules are there. Correct? Means that air pressure means near to the ground. As we are near to the ground, earth, near to the earth, atmospheric pressure is maximum. As we are going upside, the pressure is going to reduce. Here, lower pressure. Why is the lower pressure? Because of the height. Near the earth surface, pressure will be the maximum. Got it? Here, the high pressure. Where the high pressure? Near the ground. At the surface, the pressure will be the maximum. About very good. Because of the gravity acting, the what is the air pressure? Because of that gravity, and gravity acting all the molecules towards the center only, and because of that the air pressure is maximum on the near the surface of the earth. Okay, and here that experiment we are finding here, the liquid exerts equal pressures sidewise and containers. There we are finding here the liquid, and if when we are making the hole on the equal size, okay, the pressure will be the same. Here, the same one. The pressure here, all the marks are at the equal height. This height is equal. We know what is the liquid pressure. Liquid pressure is H, rho, and G. Depends upon which factor. Three factors are there. Three factors are there. But the gravity is constant. We are unable to change the gravity. Earth means that is depends upon the material. Which material we are using? Here we are using the water. That is also the same. And next factor is depends upon which one? Height. The height changes here if you are finding the height H1, H2 and H3. H1, H2 and H3. Here heights are different. The pressure will be the different. Here height is same. The pressure is the same. That one also we have to discuss. We have to with the help of that experiment only. Okay. Pressure increases with the depth. Same way, means depending upon the height. Okay. Depending upon H, rho, G. How we are measuring the height? Height we are measuring from upper meniscus. Depth we are measuring from the lower meniscus, meaning is the same. Pressure depends upon the density of the liquid. That is which liquid we are using. That is density, rho. Instead of water, if you are using the other molecules, other liquid, maybe the pressure will be the differ. And pressure does not depends upon the shape of the container. Whatever the shape, it is not depend upon the container. Whatever the container you are using, just it depends upon only the height of the liquid column. And the pressure is the same levels at our equal, means the same, the height is same, that is pressure will be the same. That we'll discuss one by one. And you have to find the difference between the weight, that is bouncing force, also we have to discuss. What is the weight? Weight is the product of mass and gravity. It is the measures of the force of gravity, that is weight acting on a body. The formula of weight is given equals to weight equals to mass into gravity. A scale or a balance device used by the measuring the weight or the mass. Here the device is given. With the help of device, we are measuring the weight, that is weight of the first material, and same way weight of the second material we are measuring. Okay. Here only we are able to find about the bouncing force also, how it will be act. If you are finding, if you are keeping the liquid acting the bouncing force on upward direction, that will be also find with the help of the same experiment only. And after that, the non-contact forces. That is non-contact forces of force acts on the objects without coming physically in contact. That is magnetic force, the gravitational force, as well as electrostatic force. Here the magnets of different poles, they are going to attract to each others. Same pole, they are repelling, and if they finding same poles, they are changing the phase. Means they are automatically without any contact, they are changing the positions. What is the laws of inertia? The laws of inertia says for changing the motion or position, we require that external unbalanced force. Here without touching, external unbalanced, without touching, here objects are changing the position. That's why we are saying for that is non-contact forces. Here the electrostatic force, the balloon here, if you are rubbing the balloon and the small piece of the papers are going to attract. On the comb also, the small pieces are going to attract. That is known as the electrostatic force. That is also non-contact force. This one only we have to discuss. Now we will find the experiment one by one. Here, very first experiment about that, finding the atmospheric pressure of the air, or first one, the air pressure. Okay. Now here the balloon is there. Now if I am in the balloon, automatically air exerting the pressure on the all directions of the balloon, and it will get the particular shape. And we are again able to find that one also having the weight. Now here at the measurement, if you are finding here, the measurement is 0 now. Scale is a 0. Now just I am filling the air now. That will create the atmospheric pressure. Now this balloon. Now if you are keeping on that, here if you are finding the different weight is increasing, means what we are saying, the air also having the weight. Okay. Here on the surface, before we are going to mark here 0. Now on 0, and if we are keeping the balloon here, the balloon also having the weight. very less, but have. Okay, they are going to change the weight. That is, it creates the atmospheric pressure. Now the same one, we'll discuss about atmospheric pressure with the help of the water also. Middle. Atmospheric pressure, I will show the experiment. Now just I am making the hole on the equal sides. Here. Here. Now I make the hole. Then also we are unable to find the flow of the water. Why is it so? Because of atmospheric pressure. Okay, the air is making the pressure. Now just I am releasing the bottle here, cap now. Now if you are finding the pressure will be the same on the same height. Now this is the pressure will be on the same on the height. Got it? Huh? Now the means pressure depends upon which factor here? On the height. Okay, pressure depends upon the height. If you are making this the different holes on the different height, here downside again I am making one hole in between here and again one here. Again you are finding the pressure will be different. Now just again here because of atmospheric pressures, it will be not finding pressure. Now I am releasing now. Here if you are finding pressure, those are in the less height, that will be the pressure will be the more. Here upward sides the flow is very less. That is the pressure depends upon the height. Got it? The same experiment again. Wait, okay. I will show again with that help of the bottle also, the atmospheric pressure. Now just I am keeping that paper on top, and what will happen if suppose I am releasing that paper? Shall I remove now? Why is it? Because atmospheric pressure. Because of atmospheric pressures, the paper is holding on the water. Okay, what will happen if the instead of paper, if you are thinking so, sir, paper is not having any pores are there, because of maybe that factors, the water is not going to fall down. What will happen if we are keeping the any cloth? Okay, sir, Shom sir, you have the handkerchief, na? Suppose I am using that cloth. What will happen? So the water is there. I am keeping the cloth here. Okay, the water having the pores. Okay, if suppose I am the same bottle, I am making the invert. Then what will happen according to you? What will happen? It will fall down? According to me, it will not fall down. Why? Because of the again atmospheric pressures. Here, the level of water if you are finding. What is the level of water? Here, are we able to see? But here, the pores are there. Then also, water is not going to fall down. When it will fall down? If the air is coming inside. Now again it will fall down. Now just I am making the pressure. Now because of air, now it is going to fall down. Okay, it is also because of atmospheric pressure. Understood? About atmospheric pressure? The next one that we'll discuss, that pressure also over. Now about the weight. Weight of the substance are differ. That is bouncing force also I am explaining you. How to measure the weight. You suppose that spring balance is there, and just I am adjusting the hook here. It's because of the weight of the hook that that the marking that is known as now at present is 0 mark. For observing here, it will be 0 mark. If I am hanging the hook on that, now the mark is going to change, and this mark indicates the weight of that object. Correct? And I'm saying that now, if suppose that weight object I am immersing in water, what will happen? Weight is going to change or the size remain the same? Why is it going to change? Yes, because of bouncing force, the weight is going to change because the water also exerting the force on opposite direction. Okay, it is a bouncing force. Got it? What is the bouncing force? Good. How to measure the bouncing force? We have to, for measuring the bouncing force, the weight minus, now if we are measuring the weight without the liquid, now here the weight of the substance in air, okay, and weight of substance in liquid, and you have to make the difference of that. What is the weight? Suppose in first case the weight of the substance will be suppose 10 gram, and now here 9 gram. Okay, then what is the difference here? That is 1 gram weight. Okay, 1 gram force we can say, or weight 1 gf. That is the, what is the bouncing force here? 1 gf. It is 1 gram force. That is this is a bouncing force. Got it? How to measure? This is a way to measure bouncing force. The next experiments about the contact force and non-contact force. This is a magnet. These are the magnet, and we know the non-contact force, the help of magnet as well as electrostatic force. Okay. This is the iron strip, the magnet. Okay. Here magnet having the poles, 2 poles are there. This is north and this is the south. In many observe that marks are there. They are indicating with the different poles with the dot. Here they clearly embosses the N pole and south pole. Here just I am keeping the iron strip, and near to it I am not just sticking, because near to it just it will be attract. From this particular distance only it is going to attract. I am not just throwing also. Okay, that is known as it is a non-contact force. Okay, it's going to attract. Now here the same way, about the same poles are going to repel each other. Okay. Okay. That take one paper. Anyone? Paper. Any just that paper. Any paper. Okay. Here just I am keeping the magnet different poles. They are going to attract, and opposite poles they will repel. Okay, they are going to repel. Are you able to see there? I am unable to show on the board. They are going to repel here. Okay, for that purpose I will use that the spring balance. But okay, we are unable to hang but that. Okay, the same poles, the south and south. I am trying to here closer them, but they are unable to. They are changing the position. Yes, they are going to repel. Okay, this is an opposite pole. They are attracting. Okay, south south repel as well as north north also going to repel. They are changing the direction. Okay, in the same way, the help of the same balloon. If you are rubbing the balloon, okay, and the same balloon we are. Otherwise, you can take any objects. I will use a thermocol here. It will be easy. This thermocol paper. I am rubbing the thermocol paper, and the paper will be. That balloons are. Because why? Because of that frictional. Okay, they are not going to fall down because of the gravity. It is a holding on my hand. Correct? Why is it so? Because of electrostatic force. The charges are creating here, and because of the charge, they are holding here. I am just releasing, but when I am keeping near to that, it will be again attract. Why is it so? Because of electrostatic force. Understood? What we discussed today? We discussed in today's experiment gravitational force. Gravitational force is very simple. This is a bob, okay, and just I am releasing. Where it will be go? It will always towards go downward directions. Here it will be moving downward. It is also non-contact force. Okay, gravity is pulling the objects always towards. Here this is non-contact force, and from that, what we conclude? We have successfully demonstrated all the experiments related to the force and pressures. From that, what we are analyzing? Force. Okay, what we discussed from the force? For force, we required, what is the force? Which kind of force we discussed today? The bouncing force also we discussed. Gravitational force, magnetic force, electrostatic force, that kind of force discussed. And because of force, what happened? The objects are changing the position. Objects क्या हो रहा तुम्हारा? Move हो रहा. Objects are going to move. Objects are in motion. Okay, it is a condition of laws of inertia. है ना? Inertia क्या बोलता था? Without external unbalanced force, object will remain in the same case. But if we are applying the force here, because of the force, objects are going to displace. Objects are going to change the positions. It will be stop, or before was the stop. Now if we are keeping the object, it will be on motion. Okay. Magnets are changing the direction also. Magnets are changing the direction. Why? Because of force only. Pressure, which kind of pressure we discuss here? Liquid pressure, fluid pressure, atmospheric pressure we discuss. Okay. The again solid pressure also we are able to find. How? Any surface, if you are marking the objects, and if you are holding the hand, we are unable to find any impression. Instead of that, just I am using the needle on the paper, it will find the mark. Now here I am with the help of my hand, if I am applying the force on the paper, but no impression is there. But at the same time, just I am using the little bit force, but here on the paper it will be making the impression. Why? Because of is the pressure. If area reduces, pressure will be increases. Though I am applying the same force. Before was also I am applying the force, but area was maximum. Therefore, we are unable to find any impression on that paper. But here, when I am using the small area, I am using the same force, and we are finding the impression on the paper. Why is it so? Because of the pressure is inversely proportional to the area. Liquid pressure also we discuss. Liquid pressure depends upon which factor? Solid pressure, pressure equals to force per unit area, that is pressure is inversely proportional to the area, and pressure directly proportional to the force is related to solid. And liquid pressure depends upon which factor? H, rho and G. G is the gravity. Density, that is material of the liquid, which material we are using. It is the height from upper meniscus. Height, how we are measuring? From upper meniscus. And about the atmospheric pressure also we discussed the same. Atmosphere does not depend upon the height. Got it? Okay. If you want to perform the experiments, I will call persons one by one, and will do the experiments. First, who is coming now from? Who's are interested from any two girls? Come, and two boys. Who's are interested? Come fast. We'll do one by one. Without wasting time. Yes, come. Good. Okay. Now here, first we'll demonstrate the liquid pressure or atmospheric pressures. Now you have to perform the practical now. Okay. First you take that one. Keep on that bottle. Bottle not that. Let's take here. How to measure the weight that on the spring balance? Just I am showing to you. This is the weight of spring balance here. Now on. What is the marking here? First 0. And if you are keeping the balloon, now the balloon is now might be the not having the air in that. Okay. But if you are keeping, the readings are going to differ. The readings are going to differ means they have the air having the weight. Now the other that one having we have. Let's take one. This one. Take. Yes, come. Now that bottle, water bottle. Now make the hole now. It's come from that side. Make the hole from the different height. Make from upside one, downside one, and middle one. 1, 2, 3 you make fast. Slowly. Now here, those are down, the pressure will be more. Now I am releasing that one, water. That one will be the maximum pressure, and that one having the less pressure. Depends upon the height. Got it? Okay. Who want to perform that experiments of that one? You will come? You come. Can they use paper? Otherwise, you take cloth. Okay. Take. Now, with the help of the cloth, how to hold the cloth? We have to hold the cloth very tightly, like this. Okay. Very tightly, and just simply you have to keep directly inverted. Okay. And now here, now hold. Understood how to do? Now perform now from first. Hold tightly, and show them how it water is in that. Okay. If observe here, water level is there. Inside water is there. Got it? We can what it. You take that spring balance. Take spring balance. Now measure the weight now. Weight of the object. You have to hold here like this. What is the weight? Can you measure? See? Now 20. What is the unit of that? Gram. GF means gram weight. Gram force. Force means it is a 9.8. You are multiplying by the reading 9.8. GF means gram force. Very good. You come. You take that magnet. Just you observe this non-contact force. When these opposite poles are there, south and north, south and south. What will happen if you are keeping the two poles are near to that one and they are attracting? Now take opposite pole now. Try to keep near. Opposite means opposite means opposite will be attract. Same pole will be the repel. Keep south south. What will happen? It will repel. Okay. Take north north. It will repel. Means the same poles are going to repel and opposite poles are going to attract. Understood? Is any doubt in today's experiment? Hope everyone will be understood. Good. If you want to perform, you can come in any times in the science lab. Okay. We'll do the when we want to having the off period. If you want to conduct the experiments, you can come. I will show again. Okay. The static pressure also, if you want to anyone want to see, just make this about the rub on the paper. Okay, and just you hold. This will be the going to attract. Okay, the static you can make at the same experiment. It can perform at your home also. It's not much difficult. It's not required much equipment also. Okay, that will be the static force. Oh, electrostatic means also is also non-contact force. I am keeping here. Again, it will be attract from the near force. Okay, it will be attract from the actually the gravitational force also the same. Got it? Now this is for today's experiments. Now then shall we wind up today's session then? Okay. Thank you. Thank you everyone.